What's going on, guys? Daniel Chipman here from the Subi Sickness, and I just wanted to make this video for all those OG subscribers, real Subi fam, and all you fans out there. So, I haven't been posting to YouTube for quite some time, and it's kind of a heartbreaking story for me. Some of you guys know that I was in a really bad motorcycle accident in 2016, I think, so about 5 years ago. 16 or 17, I don't know. It's been a long time. It's been a long, rough road, to say the least. And during the recovery process, when I could barely walk, was pretty much bedridden, my dog passed away pretty much when I got out of the hospital, so which left me more depressed. And so I felt really worthless and meaningless because the real one thing that I had in my life going on at the time was DOG. Is my boy. Some of you guys know him, and he was like a son to me, and that gave me purpose. And after my motorcycle accident and losing him all within 5 months was like my rock bottom, obviously. And I, to be honest, didn't want to live, but I wasn't going to take myself out of the equation. And then, a week or two goes by. I was force feeding myself, trying to feed myself, make sure I eat. I had no appetite, no nothing. I got this really, really strong energy to be somebody with my life and play the cards that I was dealt and just push through the pain and try and use what I have left of my life for good. Took all the energy and all the pain and try to turn it into something positive. And that's where the Subi Sickness comes in. Because instead of laying in bed in pain and being depressed, I decided to build the racing simulator. And it not only gave me something to do physically for physio and to get active and moving, it also kept me mentally sane and gave me something to look forward to. And although I was pushing through immense amount of pain and trying to figure out how to do things different because I couldn't do things the normal way anymore because of my injuries or what have you, I started the YouTube channel. Actually, I didn't really want to start the YouTube channel and Instagram. I started building the simulator and the table, and one of my roommates at the time was like, dude, you should start an Instagram. I was like, no, I'm not into that stuff. And then he's like, you're building some crazy shit, man. People are going to love to see this, and you should share it with the world. So I started the Instagram, and it was pretty awesome, to be honest. Got to 1,000 followers within a few months, I think. And it was pretty cool. And the dog's in the spare room there, so she was just being obnoxious. Anyways, and then the followers it's like, whoa, bro, like, you should start a YouTube channel. It would be awesome. I would totally watch that shit. And I started the YouTube channel, and it gave me purpose again. It gave me something to do with my life. It kept me active, allowed me to, it was an outlet. One of the only outlets I had, because I couldn't play the guitar anymore because of the nerve damage and all that blah blah blah. I couldn't couldn't run around, couldn't ride my bicycle, couldn't dirt bike, couldn't do anything. So I just kept on pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing myself further and further, and trying to create ways to build awesome stuff like my table and my simulator. And I started working on some cars. And although I was putting myself through pain, the insurance company from my motorcycle accident was trying to use my YouTube channel against me. And that was like one of the utmost depressing and crushing things that I'd had gone through in a long time, since my dog died and I got in the accident. The one thing that was keeping me going and giving me motivation and drive to do anything with my life, they were trying to use against me. And for those of you who don't know, I broke my leg, my pelvis, my wrist, my shoulder, and my arm. I have 2 titanium rods in my leg, 2 screws in my pelvis, a rod in my wrist, a rod in my arm, and a screw in my shoulder. So those injuries alone, I felt like I deserved something from the insurance company, and they were trying their best not to pay me and using my YouTube channel against me, which was so depressing. Someone pulled out in front of me in an intersection. I was going towards an intersection, and I had a gut feeling that they didn't see me. So I slowed right down, and as I was getting into the intersection, I was like looking in his windshield, just making sure he saw me, because I didn't think he saw me. But as soon as I got into the intersection, he kind of made this like muscle memory hesitation, and then he just pulled right out in front of me, failed to yield and look where he was going before he pulled out in front of me. I hit the front of his car. I flew 75 feet through the air, didn't lose consciousness, landed on the ground. My right leg was like 90 degrees. The ball of my wrist was like out to here, and I was like, oh yeah, those are all fucked, and I was like assessing my injuries. And then when I went to go look at my left arm and hand, like my mind and my muscles and nerve endings were telling me, it was like, it's your hands in front of your face wiggling its fingers. And I went to look for it, and it was absolutely gone. It was gone. I didn't know where it was. My shoulder broke, my arm snapped in half, and it was wrapped all the way around me, and I was like laying on it. And then I looked down, and I could see my fingers wiggling. And then the old pelvis and cockaball started to hurt pretty good. And yeah, I passed out when they put me in the ambulance. And they drove me to, I think, Grand River or St. Mary's Hospital, and then they airlifted me to Hamilton General, where I was there for 3 months. So yeah, it's been quite the rough road for the last 5 years, and that's why I stopped uploading, because the insurance company was trying to use the channel against me, and I didn't want to lose out on something I deserved. So in the background, I've been filming absolutely everything, and believe me, some epic shit has gone down in the last 5 years. So for those of you that have been following along for the last 5 years, 4 or 5 years, and stuck with me and gave me some faith and became one of my Subi fam, this video is not only for you, but I really appreciate each and every one of you guys. Some epic content is coming soon. Like, I just have to edit it and put it out. And right after this video, I'm going to go film some more, and I'm installing some gauges and Killer Bee oil pickup, and doing an oil change, obviously, and in one of the race cars that I've got now. So some epic content coming in and being uploaded. So just bear with me, and most of all, don't fucking forget to live your dreams.